Gorgeous being hot in the foreign. Gorgeous being hot in the foreign. Just see the go out, she cannot ignore. Keep a pole cause I got paranoia. I've been winning like since I was born. I'm a boss, I'ma do what I want. I don't care if I do or I don't. I don't care if I do or I don't. I don't care if I do or I don't. Blazing at the boat.
In the block. Couple times. I was just telling Pete, I'm like,
hi, Mom.
I can't even.
Oh my God.
We made it here and shit, like. Nigga ran up 100 during the pandemic, no lie. Dressed in all black, run around the city with that blicky. Niggas sent shots, but they ain't hit me. Niggas sent shots, but they ain't get me. Niggas sent shots, but they missed me.
Yo, it's the kid Jus Black, baby mom's favorite fat word. Thinks she wish she'd be, so you mad yourself, you're not mad at me. AKA the young sex symbol, AKA Ugress on the rough his stomach. AKA dark as another twice as sweet, AKA the dark skinned genuine, AKA the fat they rough, AKA nobody come to see you, Otis, AKA the Martin Luther King of twerkers, AKA the blues in your left eye trying to become the funk in your right, with your face ass try to disrespect me in my house, motherfucker. You know who I am? I'm a big fucking deal. I've been doing this for a long time, man.
Oh,
Disrespectful, man. Motherfuckers have their knees out and their shirt open, man. They think they can talk to you any kind of way, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, so like I started to do this one-on-one interview thing because I've been trying to get in the lab with this particular gentleman. Is a community activist, rapper, sex symbol, the second sexiest chocolate dude in the room next to me.
You see that light switch?
Somebody that I'm super proud of and I admire as a lyricist and just as an all-around good guy. You know what I mean? So with no further ado, it's my boy Smoke.
Oh, what's up?
That's your sexy voice?
Nah, man, that's just my like regular indoor voice.
And Smoke, I got a very attractive engineer.
Yeah.
Doing the work for us, man, because I knew you was gonna be here. And I knew you like to have like the ambiance set, the vibe. So I got Miss E right here.
Oh, I appreciate
Lady
it.
E.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
How you doing, E?
I'm doing okay.
All right.
So if I see her back on the show, it wasn't for me.
Huh?
If I see her back on the show, then I know it wasn't for me.
What's your sign like? You like a Cancer?
Scorpio.
Scorpio? Because you worry about too much shit. Just live in the moment, baby.
Okay, well you said it was for me.
Just
so
live in the moment,
I'm
man.
keeping track.
All right. I mean, you never been lied to before?
Plenty of times.
I heard your music. That shit get real Drake-ish, man.
Plenty of times.
so for those who don't know, let me take it back to how I heard or met or learned about Smoke. So Smoke is a part of a duo or a collective called Smoke and Juju. I call it like the new like salt and pepper or like Kid and Play. but he a part of a rap duo called Smoke and Juju, and so my brother Jason Music was like real up on him, and people who don't know I do a live podcast called Arrogant Asshole podcast with my brother D-Rug, and so we'd have a lot of like guests on, a lot of people in Orlando making music and making moves and trying to get their foot in the door, and so people tell me about artists and bring me new people that they figure I need to know and they need to have a spotlight, and one of those guys is Smoke and Juju, and Smoke as well as Juju, they both lyricists and they have like a unique contrast to their the way they create music, even to their voice, you know. So I was intrigued by that, and then we kind of just fell in the same circle. Ended up having him on the podcast a few times, and we developed a rapport. To now, you on your own, like
right.
it. Right. So tell me about. So let's start from the beginning. Tell me about the inception of Smoke and Juju, and then where y'all at now.
Yeah. So Smoke and Juju kind of came about in high school. We both went to Jones together, or whatever.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. How unfortunate for you that you didn't get to go there. But yeah, so it came about at Jones. Bruh could we just started freestyling to each other one day, just going back and forth type vibe shit. And
like in the lunchroom?
It was on a school bus, believe it or not. We both had played basketball and shit. Like I was really good at football, but all football players think they can play basketball. So I had played basketball, and we was on the back of the bus going on the way to a away game. And we was just like freestyling and shit. Like, bro, bro was like, you got them bars. I'm like, yeah, you nice as fuck too. So then, now we just needed an opportunity. We was young, you know, we didn't really have no money like that. So we knew we could rap, but we couldn't, like, we didn't have no access to no studios or nothing. And, shit, God bless the dead, that's how we had met Calvin.
Rest in peace, Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin. I went to school with his brother, because Calvin older than me, but one of his brothers was in my class. So I went to school with him or whatever. And I just started rapping for that nigga, because I just used to rap all the time. And he was like, bro, you raw. So he was like, bro, I'm finna take you to my brother's studio after school. So I hop in the car. This nigga drive me to the studio or whatever. I go to rapping for his brother, like right on the spot. He like spit some shit. So we go to rapping. We in that bit for like an hour, just going back and forth, rapping, whatever. And then next thing you know, he was like, all right, you with me now? Like, you good? You with me now? Like, you family? Like, you ever recorded a song, a project? I'm like, nah, I don't know nothing about none of that. He like, all right, we gonna make all that shit. So then, you know, me being me, I'm like, hold on, I got a homeboy. He like, nah, I ain't really into that. I'm like, nah, I'm telling you, this nigga's just as good as me. He like, for sure. I'm like, I promise you, I'm gonna bring this nigga tomorrow. So I go back to school the next day, you know, 6 periods and shit. I'm talking to Juju about that shit all day. I'm like, yeah, boy, I'm telling you, better be on your A game. I done vouch, but nigga, you know, whatever. Juju came out that bit. We did the same shit we did the day before. Just both of us, though, going back and forth. It was family ever since. We recorded at that studio for like, bruh, 2-3 years, bruh. Never paid a dime. Paid a dime.
So you had somewhat like an opportunity, and then you brought Jew with you.
Yeah. Like,
So you made Jew. That's real. But
what the?
That ain't what you were saying?
That's not what I was saying at all. Entirely not what I was saying.
Without you, Jew would be nothing.
Nah, that's what, bro. Boy, hey, you in the wrong line of business, dog. You in the wrong line of business.
That's not what you're saying?
At all, actually. That's not what I was saying at all. But yeah, man, that's just the story. That's how we met Calvin, though, bro. And that's how we got our real, like, opportunity to, like, hone in on our sound. I think we would have rapped regardless, man, because, like, you know, I'm from crosstown, shit. My homeboys was putting out mixtapes at the time. They was recording in the living room and shit. So it's like, it's just all about opportunity, because I think if that opportunity would never happen, I would have took that route. Shit, we was just rapping because we loved it. So I would have been making mixtapes in the kitchen, in the living room, and I'm pretty sure Jew would have had this opportunity. But I think, you know, Calvin played a big part in letting us create our sound, like what Jew think he good at and what Smoke think he good at, because we just had unlimited hours of that, bro. And at the time, we was in high school, bro. So you gotta think this like 2009, 2010, 2008. Like at that time, they had to go listen to all the mixtapes that came out at that time. All of them just said DJ 100.
Now, before we go too far, like let's explain, like who's Calvin?
So Calvin is shit. I mean, everybody got their own opinion of who Calvin was. That's just how big he was in the city. But shit, I would say, like, if you had to give him one word, I would say I think like an original tastemaker. You know, like one of the young tastemakers in the city. He had his hand in everything: the parties, the creative shift, and how we did parties, how we themed them out. You know what I'm saying? To how local artists started packaging themselves and you know, putting it out to all the local artists just being at one studio. I remember at the time, shit, it was like, you know, that's when the 1090 Boys was hot, Moot Boy. That's when it was all like the red team. They was all playing for one team. All the mixtapes at the end of that bitch said DJ 100. That was the studio. DJ 100 was linked with Calvin. You know, they had a whole creation. So all that was running through Bro Studio. So like me and Drew in high school, these niggas was like the man in the city. We looking up to them and shit. Like, you know, we right there watching them record sessions.
I mean, to me, I feel like that's what Orlando kind of is missing as far as like, especially like with the music scene, is like we don't have like a firm grip on tastemakers.
Right.
And or where our tastemakers don't know they tastemakers, or don't know how to be tastemakers.
Yeah. And you know, it's like roles and responsibilities too. You know, like being on the team. You know, everybody got a part to play. So that be sometimes the part that you're supposed to play be out of whack, or you know.
And I think with Orlando, everybody think that they the star.
Yeah, most definitely.
And so it kind of makes it hard for us to. I mean, well, let me ask you, like, what do you think is the disconnect from us, like, really blowing as a collective in Orlando?
I think it's a few things, man. And I'm not talking individually, bro, because I get a lot of, you know, for as much not, I get a lot of, like, saying flowers while I'm alive, bro. You know, like, a lot of people fuck with me. So that ain't really my worry.
You so humble, man.
It could be like a lot better, but a lot of people do show me love and fuck with me, so that ain't really my worry, bro. But I will say, what I have noticed.
But do they fuck with you? Because it's different. Because I feel like people fuck with.
Oh, of
fuck
course,
with me,
man.
but it's like they don't.
No, it ain't how it should be, bro. That's why I was gonna go with my point though. A lot of people fuck with me, but it ain't never how it should be. And here's the reason why, bro. And I'm speaking at nobody individually. I'm saying the city as a collective. What I notice is it's like this weird ability for people to be like, they don't want to dick ride. It's like you give a nigga a compliment, like, bro, you raw as fuck. And like niggas feel bothered that they gotta say that, because if I'm wrong, then why do niggas be like, bro, you hard as fuck, no homo, or that out hard as fuck, no homo? Like, why do you even have to say no homo or no dick riding? Why do you even have to say that?
But is that an Orlando thing though? Or
Yeah,
I feel
bro. I feel like I ain't nowhere else, so I can only speak where I'm at.
That's true. But you done been around.
Yeah, I done been around, and when I went to Atlanta, bro, they don't even play mainstream shit in Atlanta.
Right.
When I was in Atlanta, like, all you heard, like, I remember before I knew who the Migos was, before I knew who Future was, them boys was already on the radio, though. Like,
that's for sure.
Like once you pop in Atlanta, you ain't even on the radio no more. They giving other niggas a chance.
Oh
now.
yeah, I remember going to Atlanta, and what's that, the Rez Deshaun song,
Right.
Hardaway.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was ringing in the club for like almost 3 years.
And that's what I'm
before you
saying.
heard of it.
That's what I'm saying. So I just feel like, bro, you know, like a nigga will walk up to a point guard and be like, bro, you raw as fuck. A nigga will walk up to a football player, bro, you raw as fuck. But for some reason, bro, niggas do not do that to rappers, bro. Nigga would not walk up to a rapper and be like, because what I have come to the conclusion is because rapping is a lifestyle. So if I come up to you and be like, bro, you got that total pack, you like, nah, I'm too much complimenting your life. I'm like almost saying like, because a nigga could be a point guard and he could still dress like a lame. He could still not have it going on. He could just get you 40 points. But a rapper, when it like, you know what I'm saying? When a rapper step and he have that shit on, bro, that's a lifestyle. You like, you compliment this nigga whole life. So niggas feel a way about doing that. Niggas feel like, I don't really wanna, I'm telling you, bro.
I think that's a part of it. That's an interesting.
Because here's the thing. All right, watch this. To admit, like, if a nigga 9 times out of 10 nigga listen to my music, they gonna be like, all right, bro, telling his truth. So like, if a nigga that don't rap, let's say whatever he do, and he think he the man, all right, cool. So if I just rapped about this red bone, dot, 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 and you look at me and you like, bro, I think bro living that.
I mean, so, I know you live
right.
that.
So my point is, why would I like niggas like, okay, I'm in competition, or this nigga he was talking about my bitch in his last song, like, so rather than respecting the art,
I do feel like
it crosses the line, but it crosses the line because it's an art. But rather than respect the art, nigga like, nah, bro, you talking about my little bitch, like, fuck you, you know.
I always
whatever.
felt like that. I wasn't gonna call you.
See what I'm saying?
I feel I really don't like you.
And I thought you respected the art. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I agree.
No, but I think on top of that, I think is the internet. It's such a disconnect with the internet because the internet kind of like it eliminated hyperbole and it eliminated just being normal.
Yeah,
like,
for
so,
sure.
Like hyperbole meaning like like back in the day me and you played one-on-one basketball, right? And I beat you. And I go, man, I'm the greatest basketball player of all fucking time. I didn't have to defend that position because obviously I'm not the best basketball player of all time. It's just me in the moment.
Yeah, you popping your shit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now, like, the internet, once you say it on the internet, it becomes real and people think that that's what life is about.
Yeah.
So you can't even, people don't even respect the art no more. So you gotta, I always say Orlando has a bunch of artists that's too big for showcases and too small for paid shows.
That's an interesting. I never heard it put like that. But you know, like, but you gotta be. What I truly believe is you gotta be like, you know, the change that you want to see. So, you know, I don't mind giving niggas like, I'm just me, bro. I'm very confident in me. You know, some people like be taking it like borderline cocky, whatever.
I mean, you are like a narcissist.
Okay.
Man, fuck it.
Okay. But guess what?
It's me.
But guess what?
I'm not guessing.
Well, we out here making a real difference, though.
No, that's what. Speaking of making a real difference, one thing I admire about you most, especially like if you listen to your music, which we'll get to a little bit later, but you are a community activist, and so along with you and Smoking Juju forming a rap duo, and you guys being like dope ass rappers, you guys actually was making a difference in the community, and Ju met Obama, and
Right.
you got so like explain that and where did that come from?
So that came from Gino. God bless it, the dad on that situation too. Gino, he was a one-way boy. He born and raised cross town or whatever, and he really got into the community activist work.
What's a
first.
one way boy? You only like girls?
Nah, man, it's just a bunch of niggas from cross town, and we just kind of grew up on a one-way street, and that's just we just ran with it.
Word.
Yeah.
And so he pushed you towards activism, or
Yeah, I mean, his death did, not him literally, because we graduated college around the same time. We was like one of the first ones to graduate college. Like everybody else was like a little bit behind us. So we both graduated. I graduated college in 2014. I believe Gino graduated the same year, 2014. Yeah, or maybe I graduated 2015. He graduated 2014. Somewhat in that. We both graduated from college. And I stayed where I was at. I didn't move back to Orlando.
where you was at?
I was in Iowa.
It's black people in Iowa.
That played football, yeah.
Oh, they just play football.
Yeah, I think. I mean, the only black people at my university, they played football and basketball.
Okay.
I don't think it's a state like a lot of people don't even know where Iowa located.
Yeah, a lot of snow bunny love, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I was doing that, and then bruh, died in the drive-by shooting, and I just honestly feel like the way any hood is, everybody gonna identify how they gonna like carry on your name or get back or retribution or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like my part in that whole situation was like, all right, let me see. This is what my dog was involved in. Let me carry this on for a year. Because it was contract work, you know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this for a year because, bruh dropped the ball and I don't really want that to be.
You going to do what?
The nonprofit work, the community activist work for a year. Because when the first position that we ever created in that community work was this position that was created by President Obama, which is called My Brother's Keeper.
Okay.
So he created that position, and Gino was the first one in Orlando to run that position. Run that whole non-profit organization, and he ended up dying like a month in or maybe 2 months in, so he didn't even really get it off the ground. And I just didn't want that to be on like when it was happening, the police was like we're a gang. It was just a lot of shit going on City Hall downtown. Like, it was really pushing that narrative of how bro died and what was going on. We was a gang, so me just being young and educated, I just was like, nah, I want to play my role to my family, and my family, to me, it was just like carrying that and doing the right thing with that situation. So that's how I got involved. And, you know what I'm saying? You think you're going to do it for a year, then, you re-sign and, you want to grow the program. And I ended up hiring Julian to come on with me. And then me and Julian did it for a while. And then, like with every opportunity, a greater opportunity come. So then I moved over somewhere, and then Julian started running the program. And then, from there, Bert did all he could for it, and he got an opportunity in Cali.
Okay.
And then that's how he ended up in Cali.
So y'all broke up after that?
Yeah, broke up as in...
I mean, not that y'all was dating. I mean, unless you want to announce something.
I mean, I'm just trying to understand, broke up as in a working unit or rap unit?
Well, both.
No, I would never say Smoke and Juju broke up because I would never say Smoke and Juju was together, bro. I can honestly say, like, we don't really argue it. It's nothing to argue, but if I wasn't in the room with him and he got on the mic, he would say the same thing. It's not really a group. It's just it's a lifestyle. Like, bro, it's really it's just Smoke and Juju a lifestyle. It's just like when me and bro together, like, we just do our thing. And the music just really be reflecting that. And he an intelligent dude, and we, like, talk a lot. So... It's like a beautiful thing because I can have an intelligent conversation with you, but like me and you don't share rapping in common. So
I can rap though.
I ain't saying you can't. I said we don't share rapping in common.
Okay.
So me and bro do. So it's like we'll have these intelligent talks or ratchet ass talks, and then we'll go write about it. Right. And that's really what Smoking Juju is. It's a lifestyle. Because when bruh's popping his shit too, if you know him, like, oh, bro, doing that too. So it ain't like one of us living it and one of us not.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, that's what I respect about both of you guys making music is the duality.
Right.
So the reason why I wanted to start by going into the genesis of Smoke and Juju, and just you who you are because you come from Crosstown.
Right.
You went to college.
Right.
You got a master's degree, which we didn't get to.
Yeah.
You definitely was fucking white women in Iowa.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
So I mean, Martin Luther King was fucking white women too. Don't worry about it.
And we had a conversation about that. I'm not gonna bring that on this podcast, though.
No, Martin Luther King was fucking white women.
He was though.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you know, to respect the man is to know his flaws.
I mean, and to overcome, you gotta come. But
Bro, what
happened?
Nothing, bro.
I ain't make that up.
Yeah.
I didn't make that up. It was pretty close. But he was fucking white women.
He was, bro.
But he was saving the world.
He was.
He fucked white women, but he saves like Dave Chappelle said. So I mean, but it's important that we tread the duality of you being from Crosstown, which is a very impoverished, poor area where a lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
So we speaking about what was the antithesis or what inspired you to be an activist was a person who started a outreach or a nonprofit that got killed in the drive-by. Like, the irony of that is like next level already.
Right. Yeah, man. And it's messed up, bro, because my life changed tremendously, bro. Like, bro, I met Obama twice. I met Obama twice. I met Colin Powell.
I'm not sure why we flexing. I don't know why.
No, I'm just saying, like, but these opportunities wouldn't have. It's crazy to think about, but like these opportunities wouldn't have happened if Gino didn't die. Like, so it'd be like weird because it's like, damn, I miss my homeboy, and you know, I 1,000 times I traded back to get my homeboy back. But it's like, damn, with that came these amazing opportunities that I didn't know how to get in that line of work. I didn't know how to be in the same.
How could you trade it?
Yeah, it ain't. How could I trade it? It's just like, you know, his family might not be thinking of it like that or whoever, but it's like beautiful things came out of that, bro. Like, you know, his brother didn't die in vain. That's more what it's about. Respect. Like, you got young niggas from the hood that, like, I ate lunch. You know what I'm saying? We ate lunch with, bro. Like, I can tell my kids about that. Like, bro, the only living black president to this day, bro, I ate lunch with. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope.
It sounds like a bittersweet experience.
Yeah. It definitely was. It definitely was. It was great though. Like, we changed a lot of lives. Still changing a lot of lives. We raised a lot of money. Raised a lot of awareness. So yeah.
I mean, so now fast forward to Jew taking over my brother's keeper.
Mm-hmm.
That leading to more opportunity for you, more opportunity for him.
Right.
Him moving to
L.A.
Mm-hmm. And so now, even though y'all wasn't a group, you guys are synonymous or connected to each other with people. When people say you, they actually say smoking Juju.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so now you on your own.
Right.
So now the knees come out in the jeans.
Right.
The shirt comes open.
It's been like that.
That's true.
I don't know why this nigga like trying to like it was Juju left. I found myself type shit.
No, I just like making fun of your knees being out. But I have started wearing my knees out lately.
All right.
I ain't wearing them today because I knew I was gonna be outmatched.
Okay.
All right, I knew your knees is supreme.
What's up with this man?
Pause.
See what I thought we weren't gonna do the pauses.
No, I'm comfortable with my sexuality.
That's what I'm saying. So why you threw the pause in there?
It just felt right.
We setting an example. No pauses.
That's true. The knees is strong. Respectfully. Can I say respectfully?
Respectfully, all right.
So now you on your own.
Yeah.
Not necessarily you found yourself, but you found yourself having to
tell my own story.
To not even tell your own story, but reintroduce yourself and then tell your story.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, that's true.
So with that came Rayshawn Brown.
Right. The project.
Right. And Rayshawn Brown is obviously your government name.
Yeah.
All right. So he from Crosstown, because I don't know a lot of Rayshawn is normally from the
where the Rayshawn is normally from?
From the hood.
Okay.
No, but Rayshawn Brown came from that split, and then you doing that first project.
Right.
So tell us about Rayshawn Brown.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I just think for so long that bro, you know, like I'm gonna just be honest for a moment. I think for so long I was just smoke all the time, like you know, just caught up in my like hood shit and whatever we was doing and whatever was important to us, and just excuse my language, just being a nigga all the time at all times.
You felt like the persona had overshadowed the person.
No, not the persona, because being Smoke ain't a persona. I'm gonna get to the point I'm trying to make. It's just it was a black lifestyle. Like, and here's the thing, it don't really have anything to do with race. It has everything to do with like being a contributing member of society and understanding that like it doesn't make you fake to understand how other people work and how to communicate with other people and all those things, bro. So what I'm trying to say is I only saw the world in front of me. And that was a world where Smoke could thrive and Smoke could exist. It's a black ass world, like all the time.
Right.
And when I say black, I mean like extremely black, like pants sagging, like cussing, using ebonics all the time. You know what I'm saying?
More white people do that now.
Yeah, but that's still an urban lifestyle. I'm not even attaching color to it. It's just an urban lifestyle. So what I'm saying is that was okay though. I went to an all black high school. I was from an all black community, and then my first year of college, I went to an all black college. So. Though like extremely educated, I wasn't really thinking about like how do I have to carry myself in 5 years. I wasn't really thinking about that. So it's not like a downplay on what on my community or the first university that I attended. It was really all about me. Like I just if your environment don't promote change, you ain't gonna change. So it was just cool with me. So having to reevaluate my situation and getting like a scholarship to Iowa. And then just happen to like, okay, if I want to thrive here, ain't nobody sagging their pants. So like now it didn't take me to have to graduate to go into the real world to say, okay, shit, I gotta pull my pants up. I'm like 19 and now I gotta pull my pants up. So it's like because nobody made me. It wasn't that I was being fake. I'm just watching this whole society.
But
like,
the white person did influence you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna thrive. Like you see, I'm an intelligent dude. So I'm just looking at this society the way that this society is going, and I'm like, I'm not gonna thrive in this if I walk around with my pants down.
Okay. You had to adapt.
Yeah, you gotta adapt. I'm not gonna and carrying the level of conversation that I was carrying at the time, I'm not gonna really get the interaction that I want. So it was a me thing, and I'm not saying nobody pushed nothing on me, but I'm just saying like the same way I was the man before I left, I want to be the man up here too. And I'm understanding to be the man here, I gotta like carry myself a certain way, and it's not being me. It's just using a different level of words, engaging in a different way. So it was just understanding all those things, and I think to me, honestly, all those things make R.I.C.O Brown. So that's where that album came from. Then when I got back home and started doing the community work, I realized I didn't change. I was doing community work, but I was still going to the strip club 2-3 times a week. I'm still going out. I'm still messing with the women, but I'm devoted to change. But for so long, the people that played those roles, I thought they had to be these like buttoned up man, like married man with families and like going to church and like, look, bro, I gotta be in order to lead by example, I gotta set this example and I gotta do this. And I think
until you found out Martin Luther King was fucking old.
That's not when I did it. I did find that out, but that's not when it came about. I just think it came about like it just felt good to me. It was like, bro, like this is how I debrief from doing this work, bro. I gotta remain me. And then it felt good by putting more young niggas in place to help me do the work, like the Julians, the Womacs. It felt good because we making real life changes, but we still hanging. So these kids able to look at us and say, okay, I see the mistakes he making, but I see he real to his word. Like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna come here every day and help you change your life. But when you come back on the block later, you still about to see me here. I'm still hanging in the trenches with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think it was a different way to do it, and that's where R.I.C.O Brown came from. It came from that I'm just one person, but I got the ability to do all this because life for so long has told us if a man do community work, he go to church.
Right.
The same man that saves the hood ain't the same man hanging in the strip club. For so long, that's what they try to tell us, right?
Right.
Those two people can't be the same person. And then I just felt like me and the group of niggas that I hang with, we just defied that narrative.
Let me tell you why that resonated with me, especially like hearing R.I.C.O Brown, because number one, a lot of the things that album touched and represented was I've been in that space. I've been in a space where I had to we just different. We regular. We not regular, I should say. You know what I mean? That's how I explain it to people. Like, well, we not regular, so we don't aspire for regular things, and we don't aspire to be regular. But I resonated with R.I.C.O Brown because of all those things. Because I do believe in what I've seen R.I.C.O Brown being is that you just being.
Right.
And I believe in being a state of being. The biggest way to teach people is to just be.
It's just to be.
You know what I
bro.
mean? Not to be on the pedestal or soapbox. I'm short and I'm afraid of heights, so I can't be on the soapbox or pedestal.
Right.
So and we can't fuck up there anyway. So I like to, not me and you.
You didn't have to say
Okay.
that part.
Because you looked at me in the eyes. I thought we connected. But but that's like Jay said. My religion is to be, or even Shakespeare said to be or not to be. That's the question.
No.
So I feel like Ray-Sean was you a constant representation of you being in all your bliss. So being educated and being from cross town and being seeing somebody die and then we never told about it.
Right.
You know, and also toxic love affairs because of maybe like the toxic love affairs is what resonate with me also because I come from a place where I was raised by a single mother and I was trying to find love by connecting with women that I think that are attractive, so maybe that make me feel attractive, maybe that make me feel loved, or whatever the reason why I was doing it.
Right.
There's little nuances to these conversations that we have off air, offline, whenever
Right.
we talk, but also just being
Right.
and figuring it out on the fly. So that's what Ray-Sean, that's what it represented or resonated with me.
Yeah, and I appreciate that because at the end of it, like I named it Ray-Sean Brown because like when the last song went off, I felt like if at the end of it you felt like you knew me, in which everybody that I talked to, I ain't like whether you regardless of what you rated the album, when I talk to you and you say, yeah, bro, I feel like I know you, I did my job.
Right.
And I felt like that there hasn't been a person yet to this day that I've talked to that has listened to the album that I'm like, yeah, bro, I feel like I like know you.
Right.
So that's all I wanted to accomplish.
Don't hit me like that, because you strong.
My bad.
Because you've been working out.
At the end,
I just want to acknowledge that I see that you've been working out.
yeah, man.
That
Yeah,
hurt.
I've been running and shit. But yeah, I just think that's what Ray-Sean Brown was about. Like you pick an idea, bro, and you go for it, bro. You know, when you in your creative space, because I was torn between which story to tell, bro, because it could have been two projects. It could have been two separate projects. I could have talked about Ray-Sean Brown, the businessman, and went that way, and then I could have talked about Smoke, the turned up nigga. But then I was like, bro, like throughout a day, all these people be shown, like it all pops out, bro. I could have a business meeting at 11. I could like go to the day shift at 3 that same day. So I'm like, nah, all this needs to be in one. So that's where Ray-Sean Brown really came from, just that inspiration of just being this one nigga goes through all these moves.
I mean, like with me, my background, I ran like with the poetry crowd. I was a writer at a very young age. Done terrestrial radio that was syndicated at night. I've done these things where my whole life is engulfed with music, poetry, entertainment, and that kind of stuff. And that's been my life. So I'm in love with the culture in that way. So like when I come across you, and then also like meeting you and you so enthusiastic about you like unabashful and you not ashamed to be like, yo, I rap and this is my rap, and then you rap and you like that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that resonate with me and makes me feel like you really love the culture. And that's why like when I wanted to like do a one-on-one format, you was a short list of the first people I wanted to get
For sure.
on so we could have a real one-on-one in-depth talk without the fluff. And
Exactly.
And so,
yeah, I believe in being an open book, bro. I think at the end of the day, rap is entertainment, and in entertainment, you really choosing you choosing two things, right? Because when we turn on cable TV, there's only two type of shows we get to watch: fantasy and real life, and that's it, right? There's no other way to present a show. It's either fantasy or it's like documentary style, and we follow your life. Entertainment. So rap is the same way. So you could either choose, and I listen to both. I'm not knocking it. You can either choose to be the flexer, and you talking about a bunch of shit that ain't happening. And it's a lot of niggas that sell records that do that. Or you could be the nigga that just talk about your life and we like believe this nigga.
Right.
So, that's me. So I just try to keep it 100 all the way through. Like if I'm talking about that shit in music, you can ask me the question in real life. I'm gonna talk about it, bro, because at the end of the day, you can't laugh at what I'm already laughing at. So
right. I mean, and to be clear, I think both are necessary. I always look at because rap is an acronym for rhythm and poetry.
Right.
So I always look at rap, or I just look at poetry in general as like you ever see like a movie or a show where the kid is like looking at a drawing and it comes to life and it's this is imagination making it come to life. So like I always look at if you can make words come to life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I always look at it that way. So
Can you make me feel like I was there?
Right.
Right.
And so if you could tell a story that had no truth to it, but it was entertaining,
It's okay too.
Yeah, it's just as impactful as if I watched a movie or a film, and it's also important to have some kind of truth. But that's music and just comedy, just entertaining people it's a certain medium that connects us all anyway. Right. So it's meant even if it's an exaggerated truth or just not the truth at all, there is some truth in it. Even if it doesn't resonate, even if it's not like my truth.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Right. I agree.
So now R.I.C.O Brown is out. You got a lot of visuals out, and then you kind of rode that wave and kind of got like a notoriety in the city, or at least people started to pay attention a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
So you feel like it did what it was supposed to do, or do you have some kind of expectation that you missed? Or?
Nah, the crazy thing is, bro, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I ain't have no expectation for it, so it did amazing, bro. It did what it was supposed to do, bro. When I dropped it, bro, you know what I'm saying? And hey, bro, you know that meant the world to me. When I dropped it, bro, I didn't see nobody talking about nothing else on Facebook that day. So that was dope to me, like just to wake up. I wasn't even expecting that, but just to wake up and even see like the tastemakers in the city like debating that bid, listening to the song with me and D-Boy, and like I can't tell which one is D-Boy, and so that means I held my own, just to see those type of conversations, and I wonder what he was talking about on this song. I saw that. I wasn't expecting that. I just woke up and was just like, damn, I'm proud of myself, but just to go on Facebook and see that level of talking back and forth and just level of engagement between me and the listeners, bro, that was dope to me, bro. Like a lot of people just, I still be on Facebook seeing people quoting my lyrics, bro. I still making Facebook statuses.
R.I.C.O Brown.
That shit dope, man.
I still listen to Granddaddy Juice too. Shout out to Juice.
Boy,
so now, R.I.C.O Brown. That's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So now what?
Yeah. So I got my new project coming out. It's finished. It's called Wet Now. Wet Now. That
was a good segue.
Yeah, I feel like
you feel like I kind of like know what I'm doing.
Cause you said what's next, and then I named it Wet Now. No, you got lucky.
Man, fuck you, cuz.
But yeah, man, like I just want to keep with it. I'm just like I said. I'm just like you said, bro. Everybody got living their life the way they living in, and that's kind of how I'm living mine in the being forever existing in the moment, bro. So
don't try to steal my shit.
No, I'm just saying until I'm over that wave, though. That's where I'm at. So R.I.C.O Brown was in the wave, though. It was in the moment. So now it's Wet Now because it's like, okay, you feel like R.I.C.O Brown. You feel like now what? Now what is happening now? Like what has come from that? Now we know all this about you. So and I feel like that's what you're gonna get from this project.
So what you gonna give us?
What do you like? What do you want to know? What's the story?
If you had to summarize it, if you had to do a book report, what
I would say, Wet Now is basically about, I met all these people, bro. I've been to all these places that I hadn't been, been around the country, been out the country. And with that, bro, you level up. So you start to make more money, and when you make more money, you able to do more things. And so I think Wet Now just kind of embodies that, like becoming even a higher up in what you do. So like now I'm able to talk about these things that I couldn't before. Now I've seen things that I didn't see before. So and like, and the work days become a little lighter because you make a little bit more money, so you having a little more fun. So, Wet Now, I guess it's like a segue between like still real life and like, I guess more popping your shit because like now you make a little more money. So, you start to go that way with it. So, and then a lot of Wet Now was made during the quarantine. And, like the quarantine fucked a lot of people up, bro. So I don't take that for granted. Like a lot of people had to like figure out their life, how to redo it, get a new career. I knew people that was like living downtown, nice as fuck, and they was bartenders, bro.
Like you.
Yeah, but I'm not a bartender.
But you live nice as fuck.
Anyway, so bro, they was paying rent and shit off being bartenders, bro. Like like expensive rents, and then like they couldn't bartend no more. So like they life drastically changed. Nobody ever thought that would happen, right? So I said that to say, blessed enough. I didn't go through that. You know what I'm saying? I never stopped getting paid during quarantine. I never
you balling, we get it.
No, I'm not balling, but I just was in a blessed position with a job that, we just weathered through it.
Let me borrow $20.
We just weathered through it. And No, for real, because the project, it just embodies a lot of that, like, that quarantine life, like, just leveling up what happened during quarantine, like, life, obviously, it was crazy, because...
So it's like, what's next after quarantine?
I wouldn't really say that. I would just really say, like, just turning up, bro, like, because, like, it was, like, a lot of partying, house partying, and having people in your space, you in their space, and no clubs was open.
I saw your Instagram.
So, so shit like that, bro. So I would say, like, it just embodies that segue. Like, okay, you done made it here. You done did what you did for the community. Like, I just, like, that's not my day-to-day thing no more. Like, I just, like, work on bigger projects for the community and shit like that. Now I'm running, like, my own business and shit. So I'm getting my own money. I'm doing my own thing. So it just talks from that point of view. Like, when you, your own decision maker. Like, back then, from R.I.C.O, I was talking from this perspective of, oh yeah, I want to do all these things, but I still got to ask somebody.
Right.
Like, like the song on G, when I'm saying that my dog calling me because he's going through this rough situation, he can't see his kids, all this shit, and he just think because, it looks good on Instagram because I'm in these suits and I'm meeting all these important people, he like, bro, you got to be able to help me.
Right.
And it's like sad news, but I'm like, bro, I only make $20 an hour, bro.
Right.
Like, I know this shit look glamorous and I'm flying everywhere, but bro, I still make $20. Right. I'm absolutely no fucking body. So, but it's crazy because I can embody that and I ain't got to stunt and I can just tell a nigga that, like, yeah, bro, like, I get it. You see this lifestyle and you think I should be able to move mountains, but I can't. So R.I.C.O is just like the opposite of that.
What kind of shirt is this? Versace?
Man, come on, bro.
No, I'm just asking.
It's just flavor, bro. It's just flavor. That's it. We'll never drop brand names.
Is
it's
it
just
Versace
flavor.
or not?
It's just flavor. That's it.
Did you get it from Target or
It's just
you
flavor.
got it from the mall?
Hey, babe, it's flavor. It's just flavor.
Just
Yeah.
a little seasoning.
This guy he brought a date. You the son of a
It's
mother.
flavor, man. It's flavor.
So you're not gonna tell me?
It's flavor.
I know the jeans Givenchy.
I told this nigga it's flavor, bro.
They don't cut the knees out of the leaves.
It's flavor, man. But yeah, bro, be on the lookout for that wet. That wet now.
What now?
I'm excited for you to hear. If I'm excited for anybody to hear, I'm excited for you to hear, man. Hey, when we cut off, I'll play you a few joints.
Yeah, man. We gonna write. You got some questions for Smoke?
You ain't asked nothing.
What do you think was the biggest adjustment?
Hey, take a deep breath. You all right?
No, I'm good, bro.
What do you think was the biggest adjustment after you left college?
Oh,
That's white women.
Nigga ran up 100 on the penny. Dressed in all black, run around the city with that blicky. Niggas sent shots, but they ain't hit me. Niggas sent shots, but they ain't get me. Niggas sent shots, but they miss me. If they wanna shoot again, tell them niggas I'm in the trenches. Internet beefing, that's for them bitches. Rather throw my black than swing your block with that glizzy. Education or not, real niggas fuck with me, no kizzy. On my block, niggas dropping, this ain't Disney. Step right over there and take the baddest bitch, I know the Tiffany's. I got way too much money for a bitch to be acting iffy. Told the ops if they gon' take off when they landed.
Never mind the shades, man. I'm just riding around in Florida and it's bright, but it's something about when your woman see you getting dressed and she be like, boy, you better. That gets you ready for the day, man. Make you feel like you can